I have a lot of respect for Ann Wolfe, but I believe in this case that's an error. I think the point has been made so far. Kirkland can't box with Molina. He has to turn it into an alley fight, and he's been curiously subdued in that respect throughout.
Great phrase, curiously subdued.
There's a long tradition in boxing. Billy Conn, Joe Louis, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard. We saw it with Pacquiao, as I mentioned, in Marquez, of the more aggressive fighter mistakenly trying to box too finely against the boxer, believing he has to become too much of a boxer to compete against another technical fighter, and he's consequently not the same animal we're used to seeing.
Well, and to me, Kirkland seems to be excessively muscular and slow and tight. And I think it's a combination of that plus the natural fluid movements of Molina, and Molina making him have to punch at spots where he used to be at. And that's what's been the biggest problem, and then tying him up.
Yeah, it's a great point, Emmanuel, because we've made this point so many times. The layman with no exposure to boxing, but who is a sports fan in general, might come here and look at Kirkland's body and say, my gosh, look how strong he is. He's going to blow Molina away. But the body that Molina has the right kind of strength for boxing.
Yes, very flexible, very fluid.
Good. Left hook by Molina. Lands another one, too. Kirkland still trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, but he's pushing his punches more. Weightlifter punches.
And he's also trying to think with Molina, and he's being out-fought in addition to out-fought.
Kirkland bends over and gets into a stationary position, and Molina is able to stand back and tee off as though hitting a baseball off the tee.
Keep him up, baby. Keep him up.
It's fascinating to watch a guy with a record of 30-1, James Kirkland, who has beaten quality fighters like Joel Julio, looking so confused and so lost at sea as to what to do against Carlos Molina.
He's thinking too much and not just fighting.
He's trying to lay back, and then he's going to explode on Molina after Molina gets close, and that's his thought, but he don't realize that's not going to happen because Molina is going to be getting away from everything he does and smothering him, and so Molina's going to take this round.
So instead of letting himself be backed into the ropes like that, Kirkland needs to reverse that, turn it around and back Molina into the ropes and trap him and go ghetto on him.
He's too slow to do that, though. Molina's a little too fast for him. Too much muscles.
Molina rallying against Kirkland along the ropes, dancing back to his corner in exultation. Kirkland looking at us as if to say, I'm not sure.
What? You got to fucking fight this motherfucker. You letting him bend your head all down and shit? You got to be a fucking point. Take his ass. He fighting dirty the motherfucker and he fighting his ass off.
Don't say all right. Go out there and do it. You understand? You got to get out there and work. You understand? You got to get out there and this fight is not.
He getting more and more fucking confident. You got to take that confidence from that motherfucker. You got to get up in there and go. Look, you the fucking gorilla, or it's he. He acting like he the fucking demon.
Suck it up and blow it.
Come on, man.
Second down.
Here you see Kirkland in a position, I guess, thinking he was going to relax and nothing was going to happen. But unlike that, Molina took advantage of the situation, came back, landed 3 good shots. And from that point on, the rest of the round was all Molina.
Exactly. Those 3 shots made it impossible for Kirkland to win the round.
I thought that was very good advice in the corner from Ann Wolfe.
I think it's great advice. A little rough, but it's exactly the advice that he needs to be given. But he's in with a much more difficult target than she realizes.
I totally agree. I'm not fond of the phrase I use for what Kirkland has to do, but Wolfe gave it to him in different and better language.
And you got to realize something, that even though Kirkland has a lot of muscle, he's not really a power puncher.
That's another one that would surprise the limit.
Let him go.
In the 8th round, Kirkland landed 7 out of 57 punches, and Molina was 20 of 45. There's a dramatic difference in their ability to find the target.
You know, in the old days, a fight like this for a fighter like Kirkland's a great learning experience that he can build off it. Today, with the stakes so high, a fight like this can really stagnate a fighter's career.
Well, just today, I got a call from Cameron Duncan, the manager of Kirkland, wanting to make a match with Cornelius Brundage. providing that he won tonight. So this is a good example that if he loses tonight, he's lost possibly a chance to fight for the IBF Junior Middleweight Championship.
Cornelius K9 Blundridge, a fighter who is managed and trained by Emanuel Stewart, holds a 154-pound belt, would be a logical target for Kirkland down the road if Kirkland were to keep winning, but this is not the scenario. And now Max Kellerman has gone to the corner to talk to Ann Wolfe. Let's go over there.
And before the last round, you started really trying to motivate James to mix it up. Why so late in the fight? Why so much boxing advice until that point?
Until what point? Boxing. Come on. Because he needs to. He allowing him to. When he falls in, James just following, standing right up there, not letting his hands go. When he was using the feint, using jab, he was catching.
Stop. All right. Stop. I got you.
He allowing him to rule a fight by pushing him back.
But it seems like you recognized before the last round a lot of this boxing advice in working for him tonight. Go get gorilla, as you put it. What does that mean?
Have to, because he allowing him to do that. He gonna have to dog fight his ass. Just dog fight him and let it all go, because he an awkward ass dude anyway. Like that, just let him go.
Is there enough time left in this fight, as confident as Molina is right now?
There's always enough time in any fight.
Thanks, Ann.
Neither fighter's ever scored a knockout past the 8th round. As we pointed out to you a few times, despite what you've seen from Sergio Martinez 2 fights in a row, late knockouts are pretty rare.
Good.
Hey!
How you feel, King? You all right? You okay? Here, Hammer. Get that. Victor's got a tape and...
Breathe, baby, breathe. You got the mouthpiece?
Yeah.
I get him off again. You understand?
You hear me?
It takes to win.
Put your hands up and let them motherfuckers fly.
Whatever it takes to win.
You let them fly. Look at me. You're gonna have to let them go, son.
Not the turn.
You act like this motherfucker got your kid. You gonna kill him.
For that tape.
It takes to win. That's not right. It takes to win. On both of them. Hit him in the ass. No! All right, seconds out.
Mandingo falls to the wall.
Well, over the course of the past 2 years, there have been no shortage of fans in chat rooms and comments on the web and others in the sport, journalists who have mentioned Kirkland in connection with middleweight champion Sergio Martinez. Last week, Sergio Martinez struggled in the middle portions of his fight with Matthew Macklin, and for the second fight in the row, delivered an 11th round knockout. That's what Kirkland is faced with the prospect of having to do. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Jim, I've got an 89-82, 8 rounds to 1, Carlos Molina. You know, Jim, I've seen fighters throughout boxing history like Molina, who, you know, just can't punch and constantly get robbed on decisions.
Hard right hand by Kirkland. Keep going. Keep going, Harold.
You know, you see
Molina looked badly hurt there.
Emmanuel Augustus, for example, Tony Marshall from Albany, never could punch, always in controversies. Let's see if the judges will go for a guy with a style like Molina who can't punch.
Break. Well, I don't see how you could go against him in the first 9 rounds, but Kirkland may be changing the fight right here.
You know, he's definitely changed the fight, but the thing you got to worry about Molina is him trying to, if he can keep Molina at a distance away from him physically, he maybe can be effective, but Molina's going to start trying to clinch him and smother him. But Molina looks very weak right now.
Those 2 big right hooks up top earlier in the round from Kirkland.
Stop. His best punches of the fight.
Good left hand downstairs by
Kirkland in this round. Molina's just trying to get away. There's a straight right hand by Molina.
Stop.
That won't be enough to discourage James Kirkland the way James is coming on now.
Molina's legs look very bad right now.
Let him go, let him go.
And you see what Molina's did all while he was hurt, just staying close, smothered Kirkland to keep him from landing any more clean blows. And now Kirkland is maybe kind of ran out of gas for a minute.
Not a knockdown, or is it? Slip.
but it's giving Molina energy.
Yep. It changed the psychological dynamic of the round.
Yeah, and they smothered once again. Very effective with his shoulders.
Emmanuel, between rounds in talking to her fighter, James Kirkland, Ann Wolfe said that Molina's is fighting dirty, and she said it as though it was a compliment. Is he fighting a dirty fight?
Very smart fight. I would say dirty. Smothering a lot and getting away with it.
I know we were critical of the referee in the Lamont Peterson Amir Khan fight for deducting points against Amir Khan for holding. But I think it might be fair at some point to at least warn Carlos Molina for the amount of holding he's doing.
I think he has actually warned him one time in the most. By the way, and this is going to be ruled a knockdown.
I think it was a knockdown.
A knockdown, and now,
Fucking kidding me? 6.
the cornermen have to leave from Molina's corner. Molina's smiling at Shirley.
Back your corner. Back your corner.
Round still going.
No, it shouldn't. I think the round is over, but the referee has to continue to count, even if the bell rings.
Neither Kirkland nor Molina seems to know exactly what they're supposed to do at this point. Kirkland is still standing up in the corner. John Shirley is what? Stopping the fight?
No.
It looked like he stopped the fight. Rudy Hernandez got into the ring to celebrate with James Kirkland in his corner.
I think what the referee just said was that he was DQ'd because his corner entered the ring during the count. That's a terrible call, even if it's technically the case.
If there's a knockdown at the end of the round.
You were winning. You were winning.
I wasn't winning?
You were
Always something in Texas.
Sucks.
Well, you know, I remember when Lou Dula jumped in the ring when Melvin Taylor was taking the count.
Guys, the rule is that the bell rang while Molina was down. Molina clearly beat the count, was clearly ready to continue, but technically because his corner entered the ring because the bell rang and they weren't aware he was knocked down, he was DQ'd? Are they serious?
I cannot believe what we're seeing here. Now here's a look at the replay. Molina coming off the ropes. Kirkland lands the right hand. Yes, knockdown.
Kidding me? 6, 7, 8. Okay? Back your corner. Back your corner. Back your corner. You got him. Give me that stool. Sit. There's no bell yet. There's no bell yet. The corner entered the ring, okay?
Well, the fascinating thing about the disqualification is that it didn't take place at the moment when the cornermen entered the ring. Harold, what do you think of the coherency of what you saw here?
Absolutely atrocious, Jim. You know, this was Chris Arreola, Chaz Witherspoon. If you remember, Witherspoon's corner jumped in the ring at that time, and they disqualified Witherspoon. There's absolutely no justification for this. Texas has got inspectors in that corner that should have kept Molina's corner people out of the ring until, you know, referee John Shirley got to 8 and then the round's over, and that's all there is to it. Because the Texas inspectors didn't do their job, John Shirley disqualified Carlos Molina. It's totally wrong.
Well, here's the consistency. As we told you twice, Molina's a guy who comes in with 4 losses and says they aren't really losses. I really only have 1. Now he's going to have 5, and he'll still be saying, I only have 1. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the contest comes to an end. Under the rules of the ABC and the World Boxing Council, along with the state of Texas, the fight was still in progress during a knockdown. At the end of round 10, a cornerman entered the ring from the challenger, Carlos Molina. Referee John Shirley had no choice. Following the rules, had to call the fight to an end. The winner by disqualification victory, still champion, James Mandingo Warrior Kirkland.